Hello everybody and welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this sunburst candy cuff. I originally was going to call this a mandala cuff, but those are made ever so slightly different. Like these points aren't as pointy. And a starburst cuff is also a little bit different. So I didn't know what the name of this is, so I'm just calling it a sunburst candy cuff. Now, if you've ever made a UFO candy cuff before, this is going to be very, very, very familiar. It is essentially a UFO candy cuff with points added onto it. This one here I've made is just a cute little pink and blue one with these little base head bead unicorns. You guys know, as per usual, I do have a discount code for y'all over at Base Head Beads. You can get 15% off your next purchase of base head beads when using the code FEEDRAGON. As per usual at my candy cuff tutorials, I do not know how much string you're going to need, nor am I going to know how many beads you're going to need, because everyone's wrist size is going to be different, meaning that you're going to use a different amount of string and beads than I will. Measure with your heart. We're going to be using a 1mm stretch cord. I'm using the corded kind. If all you have is plastic elastic, that is a-okay. Just know that it might not hold its shape as well, and it will dry rot faster than corded elastic. Some things to keep in mind about our string. I get a lot of comments on my candy cuff videos saying that my cuff isn't standing up straight, my cuff is floppy. There are some things that I would like you to check before we leave a comment. Let's make sure that our string is at least 1mm, not 0.8, not 0.5, 1 mm. We also want to make sure that we are pulling on our string properly. This is your first time making one of these candy cuffs. You might not nail it the first time. Finding the right middle ground of pulling your string and the correct amount of tension just takes time and practice. Alrighty, my friends, let's go ahead and get started. To get started, I am going to go ahead and start building out a candy single. I'm going to keep adding beads of this pattern, so 2 of one color and 1 of another color, until this feels comfortable around my wrist. Now, normally I like to do 10 of what I like to call of these stopper beads. That is what feels the most comfortable around my wrist. If you are unsure, you will just keep building this and then placing it against your wrist until it feels comfortable. I am going to continue to build up my candy cuff using this pattern until it feels comfortable. I'm going to go ahead and stop filming. I'll have you pause the video and then play once your candy single is done. All right, now I have completed my candy single using this pattern. I want to make sure that before we tie off our candy single that the pattern is consistent. Now we're going to go ahead and tie this off, just like as you would a normal candy single. Now I am going to give this about a medium tug. I'm not going to tug it so hard to where it completely loses its stretch, but I'm not going to under tie it, because if I under tie it, then it won't hold its shape. This is about where I tie mine. This is about all the stretch that I give for mine. Now there's no physical way that I can tell you how tight to pull on this string. Like I said before, this just takes time and practice. I'm going to give my candy single about 3 to 4 ties. If you were using plastic elastic, we're going to do about 5 or 6 ties. Once I've tied off my candy single, I'm going to go ahead and cut off this small tail, leaving the longer one. We are going to start building up our X base cuff. We are going to be building up these parts here. I will be going through this pretty quickly, seeing as I already have a tutorial on how to make an X base cuff. So if you've never made one and you need a much more in-depth tutorial, I would recommend checking that out. For my friends who just need a quick reminder, we're going to go ahead and start building. The first thing we want to make sure is that our string is in between 1 stopper bead and 2 of our beads here. So if for whatever reason your string is sticking out in between the 2 beads, we're going to make sure that we weave until we're sticking out or in between these 2 beads here. Direction of our string is important. If I take my string and it goes over top of the stopper bead like this is not the direction that we want to be going in. We want to go in the direction that our string is sticking out of. To get started, I'm going to go ahead and add 3 beads of any color onto my string, just like that. I am now going to hop over to my next stopper bead with my 3 beads attached. I'm going to weave my string through that single stopper bead and pull. And again, I'm going to be pulling this tight, not too tight to where it completely loses its stretch, but not loose enough to where it will not hold its shape. And I'm going to continue this pattern going all the way around until I get to the very last step. Do keep in mind that as you are building, especially if you're using plastic string, that the beads might not stick up immediately. So that meaning they might not go up like this as you build. If by the time we get up to our second layer and your beads are still laying flat after adding on a handful of beads, you should go back and tighten up your first row. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you one more time. I'm gonna add 3 beads of any color onto my string, jumping over to the next stopper bead here and pulling. I'm gonna continue this pattern going all the way around until I get to the very last step. I'm going to stop filming. This is the part of the video where you are going to pause and then play when you are ready again. Friends, I am on the last step for this row. I'm gonna go ahead and add on my 3 beads just like how we have been. And I'm going to still jump over to this stopper bead here, but I'm also gonna weave up through this bead here and this bead. So we need to weave through beads number 1, 2, and 3, sticking out of bead number 3. I'm gonna weave through bead number 1 and I'm going to pull. I'm gonna weave up through bead number 2 and through beads number 3. Now we're gonna go ahead and add another layer of this going back to the same pattern. So adding on 3 beads of any color to our string. And kind of like how we did down here, we're gonna jump over to this spike here. So this kind of, for me, it's gonna be the same color as I did down here. So we're gonna jump over to this middle bead sticking up with our 3 beads attached, and I'm going to pull. I'm gonna go ahead and add on 3 more beads of any color, and I'm gonna jump over to the next point here. Now, as you can see, my beads are slowly starting to stick up. They're not gonna go all the way like this unless you pulled your string super, super hard. But if at this point your beads are not sticking up, once again, you're probably gonna have to go back down and tighten up the bottom row. And this is the part where I am going to stop filming. I'm going to continue this pattern going all the way around until I get to the very last step. I'm gonna have you guys pause the video and then play when you are ready again. Welcome back, and I am on the last step for this row. And just like before, I'm going to be jumping over to this bead here, and I'm gonna be jumping up through this bead and this point here. So we're gonna be weaving through beads number 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna be starting by weaving through bead number 1 and pulling, going through bead number 2 and through bead number 3 and pull. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start closing this cuff off. Now, if you want to match what you have done down here, you're gonna add on the same color. So for me, it's just been this glittery yellow. So I'm gonna add that on. I'm gonna add 2 beads onto my string, and I'm gonna jump over to the next point here, weaving my string through that top bead and pulling, and this should start closing in our cuff. Now, if by this point your cuff is still not closing and it's still not up or it's too floppy, you're gonna have to go back and retighten things. I'm gonna add 2 beads onto my string, jumping over to the next point here and pulling. And I am going to go ahead and continue this pattern going all the way around until I get to the very last step. And from there, I will start filming again. I'm gonna have you go ahead and pause the video and then play when you are ready again. And welcome back. We're gonna go ahead and close off this cuff, adding 2 sparkly beads onto my string, and I'm still going to be jumping over to this bead here, and that's the only bead I'm going to be weaving through. And we have created the base for our cuff. Now what I'm going to do, and this is totally optional if you've been on the channel for a while or watched a lot of my other candy cuff tutorials, you know that I just really like to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and give this 1 or 2 quick ties. I'm gonna take my string, I'm gonna go right through these beads here. I'm gonna kind of weave my string, like snuggle it over right in between the stopper bead and this sparkly yellow, and I'm going to take the tail and pull it through that big loop that we have just made, and that will tie it off. And this is just to secure the tension that we have made. And now we're going to go ahead and start building up our bumpers of our cuff. Now, to do this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch over to my colors here, and I'm going to add 5 beads. So for me, I'm going to add 2 sparkly of these yellow orange beads. I'm going to add 1 regular opaque bead and then 2 more of these beads to make 5. I'm going to take my string with my beads on it and jump over to this bead here, only weaving through that bead, and I'm going to pull, and I'm going to pull this tight. Same thing as last time, making sure that we're not pulling so tight to where it completely loses its stretch, but not loose enough to where it will not hold its shape. And I'm going to continue this pattern going all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and add on my 5 beads again. And I'm going to jump over to this yellow bead here. And I'm going to pull. Adding on my 5 beads to my string. And jumping over to this yellow bead here. And pull. Now I'm going to continue this pattern going all the way around until I get to the very last step, and then I will start filming again. If you are following along with me, this is the part of the video where you are going to pause and then play when you are ready again. I'm coming up on the last step for the rose. I'm going to go ahead and add on my 5 beads just like how I have been, and I'm going to jump over to this yellow bead here, again just like how we have been, and I'm going to pull. Now I need to get my string down to this yellow bead here. The way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to weave my string diagonally down into this bead here. So going through beads number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to kind of turn my candy a bit upside down just to kind of help me out here. And I'm going to weave through bead number 1, going down into bead number 2, bead number 3, and bead number 4. Okay, so now with my string sticking out of this bead here, so it can be any one of these bottom stopper beads here, I'm going to go ahead and start closing off my bumpers. The way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to add 2 beads of any color onto my string. I'm going to jump up and weave through this point here, so the middle of that point, and I'm going to pull. That starts to close it off. I'm going to add 2 more beads of any color onto my string, and I'm going to go diagonally down into the next yellow stopper bead here. I'm going to weave that through, and I'm going to pull. As you can see, that starts to create our bumpers. I'm going to go ahead and do this again, so adding 2 beads of any color onto my string. I'm going to go from this yellow stopper bead up to this orange point here and pull. I'm going to add 2 more beads of any color onto my string, going from this orange bead down to this yellow stopper bead here and pulling. And I'll show you how to do this one more time, adding on 2 beads of any color and jumping up into that orange bead there and pulling. Adding 2 more beads of any color onto the string and weaving it diagonally down into that yellow bead here and pulling. I'm going to continue this pattern going all the way around until I get to the very last step. When I get to this last step, I will start filming again, and then we will go ahead and start adding on our spikes. If you are following along with me, this is the part of the video where you are going to pause and then play when you are ready again. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and add on the last 2 beads onto my string, and still just like before, I'm going to weave down into this yellow bead and pull. Okay, my friends, and now would you look at that, we have completed a mini UFO candy cuff, and the only thing left is to add on the spikes. So the way that I'm going to add on the spikes is that I am going to take my string, I need to weave it through this orange bead here, so this middle point. From this yellow bead, I'm going to weave up through 1, 2, and 3. So just like how we kind of did when we were going down, we're just going to go diagonally up. we are now going to add on our spikes. The way that I'm going to do that is we're going to add 7 beads on of any color. So I'm going to go ahead and add on 3 of these brighter orange sparkly beads, 1 of this bright orange opaque bead, and then I'm going to add 3 more sparkly orange beads onto my string. And then I'm going to jump over to this orange bead here. And I'm going to pull, and I'm going to pull this tight. So this is what's going to hold our spike into place. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this string wrapped around my finger like that, just to make sure that we're holding that tension. And I'm going to go ahead and add on my 7 beads again. And I'm going to jump over to the next orange bead, and I'm going to pull, making sure that I'm helping shape this along the way. Wrap that string around my finger to hold that tension, and then I'm going to add on 7 more beads. And I have my 7 beads added on, and I'm going to jump over to that next orange bead, and I'm going to pull. Remember, I am pulling this tight. Make sure that we hold these little spikes up. Now, if you're having a bit of difficulty holding tension on your string, something that I like to do is I like to take my string, I like to pull from back here, and then pull from here, and then I just keep going up like that, and that will help to make sure that any slack on the string is carried up. I'm gonna go ahead and continue this pattern going all the way around until I get to the very last step. If you are following along with me, this is the part that you are going to pause the video and then play again. I will show you then how to tie off your cuff. Okay, my friends, I am on the last step for this row. I have my 7 beads added on, and I'm going to still weave over to that orange bead that is right next to us, just like how we have been. And I'm going to pull. And this, my friends, will complete the spikes for your little sun cuff. And I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. And the way that I'm going to do that is, do you see there's a little piece of string in between this sparkly bead and this orange bead? I'm going to take my string, I'm going to kind of make sure that it's underneath of that, and then I'm going to pull that tail through the loop, and I'm going to pull it tight. And we're going to go ahead and give this a few more ties. I'm going to give this about 3 or 4. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off this long tail here. And ta-da! You have your very own little sun cuff. These things are so freaking cute. I've been making these for a very long time, and I'm gonna be honest, this is the first time I've actually ever made them a sun color, just because I could never figure out what these things were called. So again, if you know the official name of these, I really don't think these are called mandala cuffs. I don't think these are called star cuffs. Alrighty, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helping anyone who is looking to learn how to make one of these sun candy cuffs. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please leave them in the comment section below. Your feedback really helps this channel grow. I'm gonna go ahead and put my email up here on the screen. Sometimes you guys like to send me the creations you make when using my tutorials, and I like to put them at the end of the video. Alrighty, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye-bye!